Welcome, everyone. We want to thank you for taking some time out of your day to be with us. Come on, let's get to the root of it.
In these times that we live, we take strides to move forward. We strive to be more, stay strong and be focused. Start a while, we make choices, live or die. Take over starts at the root, and the truth may be hard to swallow. Step one, self-love above anything else. Unlock peace and happiness.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, and thank you for tuning in to At the Root of It. My name is Shannon, and happy Mother's Day to everyone. I am so happy to be on tonight. I was trying to weigh it out to see if I was going to actually play a rerun for tonight since it is Mother's Day. But I felt like, well, I could give a shout out to my mom and anybody who tunes in that may want to give a shout out to their mom. They can come online. There are links in the comment box at the bottom in the comments, so you should be able to see it. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Now, just to let you guys know our mission statement. Our mission statement is to create a community of both men and women who are on a journey of self-love and healing. All right. And but today we're talking about the mothers. There's mothers. Us. We are the mothers. My mom is here with us. And so all the weird noises and sounds that you hear is from her phone, which is fine. I'm happy about that, right? So so tonight I wanted to actually talk about the strength of mothers and what we have to endure and the things that we need to stay cognitive about when dealing with our children and just being a mother. You know, when we're a mother, we don't stop mothering after they are grown. We are their mother to the end of time. Till we die, they die, you know? And so we'll always be mothers. And if you've had a strained relationship with your child and want to change that, and we're going to talk about some of the things that we can do to better bring your family back together, because this is what At the Root of It is all about. Okay, we love here, and we think that we have to get to the root of the issues, and sometimes our issues is with our kids or with our mothers, right? But we also need to understand that children nowadays think that they know more than we do. So, you know, it's always going to be the battle of the wills. But before I get into the meat and potatoes of the show, I would like to share it. So whoever's online, please share. Get it out there. People may want to actually give their mom a live shout out. All right. So I'm going right now to go and share it myself. And happy Mother's Day to everyone. I'm just telling everybody to tune in live and give a special shout out to their mom. If I could spell. All right, I'm posting and I'm sharing. I'm sending to groups and everything. All right, so I shared it. Now, before we go another further, I have a video that I put together last year for Mother's Day, but we did not have any new additions. So I'm going to say a special shout out Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in our family. And I love you guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And you are all doing a great, great job. So take a look at this. So that is a special shout out to all of the mothers that are in my family. Happy Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day. And just the strength within our family and the things that we've had to endure and the faces that we've had to wear while trying to learn this whole mother thing. Because no one comes with an instruction manual, even though sometimes I really believe that God gave me somewhat of a semblance with my daughter, but I still got a whole lot wrong. So I still had a whole lot of acknowledging to do, which is something that I wanted to talk about tonight. All right. Because we all know that being a mother is not an easy feat. Sometimes it can become overbearing, but the good always outweighs the bad when you see a replica of who you are and who you had a child with, whether it's your husband, your kid's father. You know, this is a no judgment zone, but you see a replica of yourself and you want to do the very best. Thank you, Marvin. Thank you very much. You want to do your very best to be the best mother that you can be to your children. And I know for the most part, and maybe I'm speaking to a large percentage or a small percentage. I'm not quite sure. I did not look that up. But I know when most mothers who are happy to be pregnant find out that they are pregnant, the first thoughts that come through their mind is what they would love to do for their kid, what the things that they would like to show them, the things that they would like their children to experience, and how they want to raise the kid. And so much thought goes into raising your or wanting to raise your kid a certain way. And then when reality sets in and then life happens, and then those thoughts that you originally had is not so much your reality, what do? Where do you pull from? You pull from the mother strength. This is like the mother shit, right? But the mother strength, because the women that I know in my life personally that are mothers, they go above and beyond for their children. And they're good mothers, and you know, you can tell because your children kind of reflect who you are, right? They're a walking reflection of who you are, of what you actually poured into your kid. And whether good, bad, or ugly, that's still your kid, right? And it still took gumption, it took willpower, it took strength. So I looked up the word strength, right? Because I wanted to give you a full understanding of what you truly are and what you do on a day-to-day basis, every day, day in and day out. And this is not to take away from any fathers, but without the father, and you know, there's some fathers that are single fathers, but I'm talking about the women tonight. And the women that have to get up every day, no matter what, to take care of their children, to get on the bus early, or to work two jobs, or to, you know, just to do everything and anything that they can. And y'all remember, you know, I was a cab driver, and I started driving cab around Christmas, right? And the people that got into the taxi, to go, the extremes that the people went through to provide something for their family, were beyond me. And it was because of the simple fact that they knew that their children was expecting something on that day. And although they may not have had everything that they wanted to give their kid or their children, they made it a point to go out there and get it. And those are the people who I am celebrating today. Sometimes even the way that we parent our children, may not people may not agree with it half the time, right? But if you have an intention on your kid, meaning you know what type of human being you want to raise. You want to raise someone that is respectful, that has integrity, that has morals, and who has a good character, or that should actually be what you want to raise. I'm not trying to put that out there. I mean, that might not be your checklist, but it surely is mine. But all right, let's just go on for strength right now. So strength means, the first meaning is the quality or state of being physically strong, right? The power, the brawn, the robustness, the toughness, okay? The force and the might, okay? When you have willingness and the might to succeed for your kids, you will do it. Now, I'm talking from a 2-year-old point of view, because when I was 43, I didn't realize that I didn't do all that I could have done when I was raising my daughter. But when I turned 43, that's when everything came full-fledged and smacked me in the face and showed me that there was much, much more that I could have done to with the rearing of my child. And I realized that I made a lot of excuses, right? So if that's you, it's okay to say that. You know, it's okay for you to acknowledge those things that you may have done wrong. And if you have the opportunity to get it right, then you could get it right. There was another thing, that it was a narrative that my daughter had, and this Mother's Day is really not about me, and I'm so hot. See, can you do that favor? I'm hot. But that is the pause. Pause. But anyway, good evening, Dee, by the way. She's in the room. My mom's in the room because we are eating. Dion cooked a beautiful, beautiful dinner that she created for my mother on Mother's Day in the year of 1991. 1991, and I know that that's the correct year, okay? That's when she actually created this chicken dinner in 1991, and she's cooking it for our mother tonight. But I got sidetracked because this is the pause that's going on. But what was I saying? Because I just had a hot flash. This is part of being a mother too. If y'all don't know, if you're getting older, then you guys should understand what I am feeling right now.
Oh my God.
But
I do.
talking about the strength of a mother, I watch my niece Cheyenne with my niece Amari, right? And she's very attentive with Amari. More attentive than I was when I was a mother. And I can honestly say that. Like, she's more attentive. She asks more questions. Like, how do you feel about that? Like, I asked those questions when my daughter was like 11 and 12, but she asks those questions now when Amari is 5, right? So that she's given her the opportunity to voice how she feels, how she expresses herself. And I really love that because she won't be shy to tell people how she feels, you know, or communicate, or if she doesn't like it, or like something. So I love that. I love the way that my daughter takes care of my grandson. Thank you. Ta-da, y'all. I feel air. I love the way my daughter takes care of my grandson. And she's very attentive as well. And the bottom line is that she learned what not to do from me, which is great, right? Because that's what we want. I'm not ashamed to say that. My mother just laughed, but that is so true. I one of the main things that I've always said to my daughter was that I need her to be better than me. So if that is something that I wanted and spoke over her life, I'm not ashamed to say that she is actually succeeding. She's doing a great, great job. And that's okay because there's still a part of me. There's still a part of me. You know what I mean? Like, I still have bragging rights on this, right? So I wanted to actually include my sister and my mother in this segment of the show. And the reason why is because I was sitting here and thinking about Mother's Day, right? I was thinking about TV, and I don't even watch TV, but back in the day, I used to watch TV when TV was really worth watching. So I had a question that I wanted my mom, because I know their answers would be different because of the age difference, right? So I have questions. Dee, Mom, you listening?
Listening.
All right. So the question is, when you was growing up, who were your favorite mother figures on TV? Yes.
Oh, definitely Claire Huxtable.
Yep, that's one of mine. Claire Huxtable. Dion said, Mommy, what's one of yours?
I don't know because they're all white. Wow. Did you hear that? That was good.
Wow. Now, so she said she doesn't know which ones because they were all white, so they didn't resemble anything that she knew. Okay. Wow, that's so deep. But okay, so think about My Three Sons, or Leave It to Beaver, or Laura Ingalls. What's that? Little House on the Prairie.
I never watched
The Brady Bunch. You never watched the Brady Bunch?
that. I watched the Mets game.
Listen, she said she was watching the Mets game. Look. Okay, so D, give me another one because Mommy just drew a blank. I thought that she would say something else, but
I like, I mean, this wasn't when I was a child per se, but I like Aunt Big.
on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
See, look who she's. I like Debbie. Oh, well, she wasn't. What's your mom? Debbie Allen and Fame. No.
No, she wasn't a mom. She was a teacher.
No, I know, but did she have to? So,
No.
But I like her character
She wasn't married.
because I just liked her strength. But you know, we're taught to be strong.
Well, Debbie Allen is basically playing herself.
Right.
Yeah.
She plays the same type of character.
On Different World, right?
No,
Grey's
Anatomy. You know, she's the boss.
She's the boss.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, now I need to move the fan.
Yeah, she's the boss.
I done had my hot flashes over.
Now I'm cold.
Now you go.
I'm freezing.
You know what? You know, different ways that mothers have to be strong when their children disappoint them.
Yeah.
Yes. We have to put on such a brave face
To
hide the disappointment when our children disappoint us. And, you know, that's real. And the thing about it is that, you know, when they disappoint us, sometimes we want to be like, forget you. But we know that we can't forget them. Like, no matter what. But, you know, children need to know that they hurt their parents too. And they need to apologize. Just like parents need to apologize. You know what I mean? But it's not always just the parent, you know?
Sometimes it is the parent's fault for their child's disappointment, though, because if they did not teach them or train them in a certain thing, and then they expect that out of them when they're older, just because they should be old enough to know better, you know, it's like you didn't teach them that.
Right. I was just about to say that, and it's like take me for instance, right? Take you and I, D, right, and how mommy did us. So Dion was the cook. Dion was the middle child. She was the cook. When mommy wasn't home, she had to cook dinner because mommy was at work, right? But that wasn't my story. So I don't have that instant run to the kitchen, go cook something, you know, in me, because that wasn't what was required of me. I was not geared towards it at all. Not giving excuses and not saying that I can't cook. But so when you see somebody and they, like my daughter, for instance, my daughter had not an inkling, is that the right word? But she had a unction for cooking. She felt the quickening in her spirit for cooking, right? And so because she put herself in the different arenas to cook, when it's time for everybody to cook, she'll be a person that's in the kitchen. Like, and it's not asked of her. It's not, because that's in her. That's what is in her to do. But it wasn't like I made her cook, but that was something that was a passion of hers.
But that is one way where we go wrong.
Yeah.
Well, because we're supposed to groom even our boy children so that there are no you know, gender roles per
specific, except for the garbage. I really feel like that.
Yeah, I feel that in my child.
Yeah, that's a man's job. Yeah.
But you know, but that leads to these single moms, right, who have had to learn to be tough, have taught their sons everything that they know,
right,
and then the son knows everything that he knows. As a man, he learns that. So now we have an epidemic of men who think they don't need a woman.
That is so true, because they, you know, and that's so true, because I heard a man say, I could cook for myself, I wash my own clothes, I clean my own house. What I need you for? I don't need you because I do everything myself. And it's like, but so what? That's, you don't have to.
Companionship. Go snuggle up to your dude.
Don't tell them that, because half of them is doing that. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know, you can't say that, you know, and I'm not, you know, I'm not taking no shots, but this is really, this is actually, yeah. So it's like, at the end of the day, we get disappointed with our children, but that it kind of shows us where we kind of like drop the ball a little bit on the rearing of it. Because if I would have implanted that in you, if I would have punched you, not punched you literally, but put it in you, but put it in you, like instill it in you from the time that you can understand, then it will be in you when you get older. If not saying, not jinxing myself with a, let me ring the bell. Oh, I got a bell, y'all. Let me ring a bell. Let me knock on some wood, you know. But I'm not gonna have any more kids. But I know that there will be some things that I would do different. Not some things. There would be a lot of things that I would do different because my understanding is different, and I'm a lot older, a lot wiser, and I understand a lot more. Where I didn't understand, I was growing too, and I thank God that that I have a daughter that understands that does not hold me accountable for half the stuff. Because of the simple fact. Some things you like, Mom, but I'm grateful that we are able to have the conversations that we were able to have so that we'll be able to get past those things. You know what I mean? And for her to understand that she was growing with me and I didn't know anything because it was just me, and I had people sporadically sprinkled throughout my life who would drop jewels in my life. And I mean, I get it. And I had some really good people who dropped jewels in my life that helped me a long way as well. But there was things that they couldn't help me with because I didn't even know I had a problem until it was a problem. And that's what we tend to not understand, is that we don't know that some of the things that we're doing in front of our children, around our children, saying to our children, that ultimately when they get older, it's going to affect them in a different way that we didn't even think that it could actually catch you. And it's really, I want to blame the fact that it is the socialness of people, if that's not even a word, but the way that the kids and the children and the people act or interact with each other nowadays, they have social anxiety. We spoke about this on many shows, right? They have social anxiety because they do everything behind a phone, behind a computer, behind a tablet. They never have to face people or interact with people. And if they do, they really don't know how to act. So we need to start there, mothers. We need to learn and to teach. And the only thing that I have a problem with the new mothers right now is, and this is probably a sidebar, the only thing that I really have a problem with the mothers of nowadays is that sometimes when they dress their girls like they do, they're over sexualizing these babies way too soon. They're cute and they look cute and everything, but there's, you have to protect your children because everybody is not safe. And everybody is not just looking at your kid because they're cute, okay? And you just got to be mindful of that. Now, I was just watching this cute little girl online on a reel, and she was adorable, but she was dressed in a way where if a predator would look at her, it would be an issue. So I just, just wanted to, that was a sidebar, but that may be something for someone.
But there's
an
epidemic too of young single moms who are looking for dads for their new babies, and they're like, and you gotta make this amount of money and this and that, you gotta take care of me, but they don't have anything of
value,
right,
to bring to the table. And you come with a baby.
Right.
Well, I mean, the things that comes with the, like you said, the signs of the times, because it is what's being shown on the internet. People are copycats. People copy people. If they see one person do it, I just wonder, I would want to take a poll of people who wrote online that they want to have a baby because Rihanna's having a baby. There's people who follow people to frightening extent that they would even do. I think I remember seeing a video a couple of years back where these girls, they're all friends and they all got pregnant at the same time. so that they can have a baby. And they don't even know what it entails. Yes, it's so cute and dandy, and you're pregnant and you get everything that you want while you're pregnant. After that, you're not forgotten about, but it's not about you, it's about the baby now. And then the real responsibility kicks in on that Friday night when you want to go out and there's nobody to watch your kid, and you over dramatize and over fantasized about being a mother without really understanding the true work that it takes to rear a kid. I think that I would probably do much better, even though I don't think I did a bad job with my child, but I think that I would leave less scars if I had a baby again, because when you know better, you do better. And that's just the long and the short of it. So I just wanted to just come on here. This is going to really be a brief and a short broadcast because it is Mother's Day, and I want to enjoy my mom and my sister. I want to enjoy the beautiful dinner that my sister is cooking because it smells good and I know it's going to taste good. So I'm ready to get my grub on. But I just wanted to come on here just to tell y'all that keep up the good work, that it is not for nothing, okay? The things that you go through to raise your children, the sacrifices that you make for your children are not in vain. If you do it now, they will remember later. If you do it now, they will definitely remember later and will be able to honor you the way that you deserve to be honored. Okay. Now, just to tell you the strength, the other definition of strength is the capacity of an object or substance to withhold great force or pressure. Okay, so the firmness, we set the toughness before the soundness, the durability, the resistance, the stability. Okay, this is who you are. That is the strength of a mother. Make sure that you teach your children with a sound mind, firmness, okay, so that they know that what you're trying to show them, and it's not, there's so many mothers out there that depending on how they were raised will raise their children exactly how they were raised, and the cycle never ends. But today is a day, whomever may view this show today, next week, next month, next year, today could be the day that you change how you do it with your children, and that you start a new narrative. That was one of the things that propelled me to start At the Root of It, because once I realized that I didn't do all that I could do for my daughter, and what I know that she lacked from me, and her narrative in her head about me, I have been striving to change the narrative in my daughter's head. And that goes by accepting your faults, accepting and acknowledging, saying sorry, and growing, being committed to growing a healthy relationship with your child. You can still set those boundaries of you being the mom, they being the child, or they being a young adult, or they even being the adult. But we all need to unlearn some things and sometimes learn from our children. I don't have a problem with learning from my daughter because my daughter is very intelligent. And so there's certain times that I listen to her and certain times that I don't. But, but ultimately, I at least give her the opportunity to say what she has to say and hear her out. And whether I agree or disagree is totally not the point. It's the fact that you allow your child to get their thought process out, even if it may offend you. Because again, our children, they withhold things, but then they treat us a certain kind of way because they feel they can't talk to us. All right? And that just dropped in my spirit. So we have to understand that sometimes our children treat us the way that they treat us is because of our response to what they will say. So they will rather withhold and withdraw than to come closer and to communicate. So open that door for your children to come through and to talk to you in spirit and in truth. Get these relationships healthy and whole. And love on your mothers. Love on your mothers. And to all the women out there who have lost their mothers, my heart goes out to you. Although I do not understand what you are going through, I definitely understand the emotion behind it. So my heart goes out to you. Till we meet again, guys. Next week, same bat station, same bat time. We will be talking about different topics, but next week is the 11 it's 11 traits or 11 things that we can do to have a successful relationship. Till we meet again, see you next week. Love you long time. Have a happy Mother's Day. Later.
Welcome, everyone. We want to thank you for taking some time out of your day to be with us. Come on, let's get to the root of it.
In these times that we live, we take strides to move forward. We strive to be more, stay strong and be focused. Start a while, we make choices, live or die. Take over starts at the root, and the truth may be hard to swallow. Step one,